to show you how to make homemade bone broth. I get the question all the time, can I just buy bone broth, or how do you make bone broth? And yeah, you can buy it. A lot of companies have come out with products now advertising it as bone broth. It's not going to be quite the same as all the benefits that you're getting from a homemade bone broth. A lot of the collagen is gone. I find that it's just not as rich. So I always kind of question when something's processed and just encourage you to make it at home. And it is so ridiculously easy to make that you just need basic cooking skills in order to do it, and then access to good quality ingredients. So today I'm going to be making beef bone broth, but chicken is done in almost the exact same way. It just cooks a little bit less time than beef does, but you can do beef or chicken or most common ones. So what I bought here today was some beef chunk short ribs, so we got a good amount of bone in there, and then there's also some meat on it, so it's good to have a little bit of meat and a little bit of bone, because then you get the benefits of a meat stock as well. You can also use beef shanks. Those are really great to use, the marrow bones, so I got one of those in here as well. But you can do kind of a combination. If you're doing chicken, it's best to do maybe like a whole chicken or legs and thighs with the skin on. Also maybe doing necks and backs, and chicken feet are actually awesome for collagen if you're really trying to get a rich collagen soup. So these I'm just going to throw in frozen actually, and it's great you can do that. It's just going to thaw as it cooks. So I'm going to kind of show you two ways to do this. Today I'm actually going to be using my crock pot. So here's my bones that I'm putting in. But another thing you can use is a big stock pot. So this is kind of method one, is to put it in a big stock pot, fill it up, put all your bones in there. The benefit of this is that you're going to be able to make a larger quantity in a stock pot. And I have a really nice one that has an insert in it, so you just pull it out, put all the bones in here, and then it just strains itself. So this is one way to do it. You would just simmer it on the stove for about 6 hours or something like that. You can go longer. I've done them all night before. That makes a really rich stock. But this, you can't really leave it on while you're gone if you have to go somewhere. So the crock pot is a really nice alternative. So it doesn't make as much again, but you can just turn it on low. You can go to work, you can go run errands, whatever you need to do, and then it's going to be ready when you get home. So anyways, I'm going to do the crock pot today, and then I'm putting 2 packages of these beef short ribs in here. So again, a lot of nice bone on there. You want to make sure there's bone. Some meat is good. The benefit of some meat is that then you can pick off the meat and you can actually eat it. So in with this, I'm going to take an onion. It just has to be a rough chop. People ask me, well, does it have to be chopped finely? It does not matter, because this is just for flavor and for health benefits. So anytime you're putting any vegetables into something you're simmering, you're just getting all those beneficial compounds that the food is providing. Not so much worried about what it looks like, okay? I'm also just going to throw in a couple carrots. Again, just a rough chop is fine. These are just going to boil, add a little bit of flavor to the stock, okay? I also have some fresh garlic, which I love. Everything in my house smells like garlic, and my whole family probably smells like garlic because we eat so much of it. But we have a ton of garlic because we grow it, so I love just throwing it in everything. But I'm just going to rough chop some garlic, and that's going to give the stock a really nice flavor as well, okay? So then I'm also going to throw in just a little bit of Himalayan salt, okay, maybe just about a tablespoon or so, just for a little extra pizzazz. All right, so then we have this filled up with water, and I'm just gonna put this on low and simmer it for, basically the rest of the day. And at least like 6 hours. When you're doing beef stock, it's gonna go a little bit longer than chicken. But when you're done with it, you can freeze some of it. So I usually freeze half and then use half. So I use it to cook. If I'm cooking rice, I like to use stock as the base. If I'm cooking anything that requires a liquid, it's nice to throw some stock in. I usually make a soup too, so if I'm making a fresh stock, I'll make half with soup and then freeze the other half for a later use. But if you're using this for your baby, also, if you're using this as one of the first foods, then you can just freeze it in little ice cube trays and pop it out in little small quantities as needed. And you can use that to cook vegetables and soften foods that you're introducing to your child. So that vegetable food now has some additional health benefits. You're getting all the minerals, the collagen, and the good stuff from the stock. So give it a try. It's super easy, and it's 100 times better than buying any type of broth or anything at the store. I always say the best soups are made with a homemade stock, and it makes all the difference in the world. So enjoy. So one last ingredient to put in our stock that I forgot to mention is going to be apple cider vinegar, and I use the Bragg's raw organic apple cider vinegar, and the purpose of this is to help extract the minerals from the bones. So as they're boiling, the apple cider vinegar, the acidity is going to draw that out. So just throw a couple tablespoons of that into your stock. So here is my beef stock cooking away in the crock pot. I'm just going to put a couple little tablespoonfuls in. There we go. Remember, there's no rhyme or reason to a lot of the measurements on this. You can use as many bones as you want. You know, usually a couple pounds is appropriate. You can use as much water as you want. It's going to just dilute it if you use more water. So, again, I can just throw a little bit of this in, and as long as you're getting it in, then you should be good. All right, enjoy.